up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Magi, Labyrinth of Magic, chapter 328. And there's a couple things I want to announce. As part of the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, something that I started to do is a weekly Manga Nerdigan podcast where all of us as a manga community can get together once a week, in this case Saturday nights, because I want to make sure that we include Tokyo Ghoul Read, and discuss the previous week's manga chapters, what we thought of them, theories for upcoming chapters, and all that. And I've been experimenting with the time, and I'm going to have this one at this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, something I'm thinking about, because I did one with One Piece, one of my Nerdigans requested it, and I'm thinking about doing this with Magi especially, is I'm thinking about doing a live Q&A for Magi. So basically, because the Manga Nerdigan podcast, I will not get the chance to say everything I want to say about Magi, because there's a lot I want to say about Magi, like theories and other crap. So if you guys want a live Q&A about Magi, this is not just limited to Labyrinth of Magic. This is SINBAD no Boken as well, because they're connected. You see the connections there, especially for you Nerdigans who read SINBAD no Boken. Don't read SINBAD no Boken. Read it. It's not that long. So that's why I'm asking, if you Nerdigans want one, you gotta let me know you want it. Otherwise, I won't do it, and otherwise it'd be just pointless for me to do it. So let me know either via comments or, at better yet, via donations. Via donations would be a lot better, because it'll make me want to do it. And I'll figure out when we'll do, and also a day and a day of the week and a time, so I can adjust it with make it work with my schedule. Anyway, so let's get to the chapter. So last week we saw SINBAD's destiny trolling powers. Yes, we did. It was awesome. And we saw everyone flip-flop. And something that I totally thought of last week was that this is kind of like the Trump otakus. It is. It's like Orange Senpai could get away with saying anything outrageous, and they'll just believe it. They'll just fucking change their mind. It's just fucking ridiculous. I swear to God, and I get frustrated at my own party for it, but I understand why, because I'm a registered Republican. Yes, I am. Deal with it. But, I understand in our situation. But, by the way, there was only a 32% voter turnout, so you liberals lost because you stayed home. So, anyway, the thing is with SINBAD is that, it's kind of like Trump, because he's manipulating people's feelings and shit like that. And I'm still going by my statement that Jafar is going to be the first one in the Seven Seas Alliance to notice something. And I was thinking originally that, and this was another theory I had, that the Magi, that was going to be all the Magi that weren't effective. And also, I'm curious, and I'm not sure if it's obviously not, well, we don't know for sure if all the Dinjin users got affected or not. I think a couple of them, the ones from Ream, I think they turned in their, they didn't turn in their Dinjin, so I guess the Dinjin users must have gotten affected. Because, something that I was thinking was with the case of Hakuryu, he still has his Dinjin. And I think that's kind of significant, because I would think that because he has his Dinjin, he can't be manipulated. But we'll see what happens of this chapter. Anyway, and before I forget, the reason why Alibaba is not being manipulated, and I know this for a fact, is because he is Aladdin's king vessel. That is why. It's not just plot convenience. It's because he's his king vessel. And Aladdin is, son of Solomon. So there we go. So the Ream Empire has decided to officially join the International Alliance. Here we go at the Ream Empire. Titus, we came after seeing the news. We were really surprised. Didn't the Ream Empire decide not to join the International Alliance? Yes, but we reconsidered our decision. Reconsidered? We didn't want to join the International Alliance in order to protect Ream's territory and culture. However, when you look at the long term, is it really all right to do that for Ream's sake? Under SINBAD in the International Alliance, the world will be unified. But what if Reem takes a misstep and scatters the seeds of war But what if Reem takes a misstep and scatters the seeds of war? With this in mind, we came to a single solution to this predicament. Let's see. In other words, joining the International Alliance, right? Yes. I'm sure that Lady Sherezarade would have wished for this exact same thing. Bullshit. The last thing she said was that we have to consider the world as a whole and not obsess too much about the single country of Reem. I see. Is something the matter, Alibaba? Well, I understand what you're saying, but, you know, I swear to God, I feel like I'm Alibaba. I really do. I gotta say this right now. I feel like I'm Alibaba. I'm like in Alibaba and Aladdin shoes right now. We were surprised Kogyoku and Kome Titus Mu, after taking so much time to reach the decision to leave the International Alliance together, you suddenly made such a complete turnabout. Mu, didn't you say that Reem's uniqueness as a nation was something important to you? You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when, God, I can't believe I'm going back to this. Sorry, but just like when we get to political shit like this, I have to do the references, okay? Because that way you nerdigans get a political lesson too. It reminds me of when Ted Cruz said, you know, to vote, you know, with your conscience and, you know, and go with your conscience and whatnot. And then, you know, he's backing up the person that the next couple of months, he's backing up the person that basically was making fun, talking shit about him and his wife. And I'm just like, oh, and his dad. I forgot about that. He spread that stupid conspiracy theory about his dad. I'm just like, really? You're right. Moo, didn't you say that Reem? Yeah, I said that. Didn't you? You're right. But to be honest, now I wonder why I was so obsessed over such a trifling thing. Wait, what? I have the Alibaba face. I'm like, what? I've become more open-minded. Your views develop when you look at things from a long-term perspective. Okay, I gotta say this shit right now. I'm an open-minded person, okay? I look at everything from short term. I try and look at the macro and the micro consequences of things. But, dude, like, come on, like the unified shit. You're not thinking this. I gotta say this right now. This is starting to sound like Barbarossa. This shit, and I don't know, and this is why we got the Sinbad no Boken chapter that we got last week. This shit, and remember, at the end, I gotta say this right now. I went scatterbrained for a second. At the end of Sinbad, I'm spoiling Sinbad no Boken, so deal with it. So at the end of the chapter of Sinbad no Boken last week, Sinbad was reading the political works of Barbarossa. And a lot of the shit that was going on when Sinbad was touring Parthivia, and what the Barbarossa's followers were, you know, were worshiping him basically. This is the same shit. This is the same exact shit. You are following Barbarossa's footsteps, Sinbad. Oh my God, he totally is. You are becoming the person you hate, Sinbad. You are. I hope someone from the I'm telling you, Jafar's going to be the one to say it. Jafar's going to be saying, Sinbad, you're becoming the person you hate most. Celadine will hate you for that. Celadine is not liking that shit, Sinbad. She's looking down from heaven being like, what? Is something wrong with me? I can't keep up with everyone's sudden change in attitude. What's wrong, Aladdin? This bad feeling is something that's coming from within me. The Rukh's essence is changing. Everyone's Rukh is. And you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering because everyone's Rukh's changing. I'm wondering if because David's a dark Magi. Did Sinbad put some of David's dark Rukh in the flow? Yeah, and I'm guessing David is in the Sacred Palace. That's what we're gonna fight in the Sacred Palace is David. Oh man! Oh man! So is Aladdin gonna fight David and Alibaba gonna fight Sinbad? Oh my God! That'd be crazy. It can't be. I will go to the Sacred Palace and rewrite the principles of the Rukh. Sinbad did what? That's right. He rewrote the Rukh from the Sacred Palace. Finally figured it out. The Sacred Palace is the control room of the Rukh. He can even manipulate everyone's thoughts at the same time. Manipulate everyone's thoughts? All the answers that everyone around the world fought for, suffered for, and worried about. He just overwrote them all according to his will? Yeah, he just overwrote them all according to his will. There we go. Sorry, I butchered that. Yes, he did that. And you know what? It's kind of reminding me of what's going on right now with you liberals. With what, especially you, that stupid bitch Barbara Boxer's trying to do in the Senate. Because you liberals are trying to say, let's get rid of the Electoral College. Well, and Orange Senpai saying the same thing with the constitutional vote. I'm going to bring him up too because I got to be bipartisan here. Constitutional amendment, because Electoral College would need one as well, for the lobby's constitutional amendment. Or not the lobbyist one, the term limits. Well, here's the thing. That's kind of overriding the Constitution, which has been in place, which is like the control room of our laws. So you're trying to overwrite that, and thank God our founding fathers our founding fathers, I swear they're freaking psychic or something, because of the stupid people. I swear, the stupid politicians. Because you need for a constitutional amendment. I'm saying this right now because you need to learn this. You should know this anyway. You need 2/3 of the states to approve it. So you don't need just the Senate and the House to approve it. You need 2/3 of the states. You ain't gonna get it, Boxer. You ain't gonna get it, Orange Senpai. So yeah, sorry, Trump otakus, you ain't getting that constitutional amendment. And is it good that he can do such things? Like hell it is. Yeah, I'm totally Aladdin. I thought it was more like Alibaba. I'm more like Aladdin. I am like Aladdin right now. Like hell it is. If that's the case, then we have to stop him no matter what. Yeah, but would SINBAD really do such a thing? Yes. Based on the fact that he learned how to be a politician from the fucking books of Barbarossa. Yes. Oh my God, this panel! SINBAD just admitted it! He is the fucking troll of destiny! He just is a troll! Look at that shit! He's proud of it! He's just like, yeah, God, this is some shit that okay, I will give SINBAD this. SINBAD, you get points for this. You get Farad points for this. Because Farad would do the same exact fucking thing. SINBAD, when you do stupid shit, when you actually admit shit like this, and I got a feeling he knows that Aladdin and Alibaba are gonna go over there. It's all according to his plan, you see, because Farad, when Farad admits shit like that in Seraph at the End, which you never get to see to read, it's really good. When he admits shit like that. Yeah, he has another thing up his sleeve. So SINBAD, you're getting up, you're moving on up, SINBAD. You ain't Supreme Troll God yet like Farad is, but your mind is getting pretty twisted up there, SINBAD. Because he said this, yeah, I went to the Sacred Palace and rewrote the Rukh, and I have to wonder, was Jafar listening? Was anyone else listening? I know we got this bigger panel, but someone could have been listening outside the door, or he could have left the speaker on or something. But the other thing is, I'm sorry, this is why we need a Q&A, because this video is going to be really long. But here, we're at the Parthian Empire, and I need to mention this, because this is really important, and this is why you need to read SINBAD and Aboken, goddammit, is, the difference between SINBAD and Barbarossa, though, is unfucking believable what SINBAD has done. Because when Barbarossa took power, and I think we're going to see, like, more of what how Barbarossa's works influenced SINBAD a little later, is that, and SINBAD and Aboken, as well as here, obviously we've seen how Barbarossa fucking influenced him politically, is that, like, when we first went to Parthivia, or first went back to Parthivia, I should say, last week, it looked desolate. It really did. It looked like something out of Soviet Russia, you know, with the food lines and stuff. But you know how the reason why I bring up Russia instead of like maybe like even a I could say Venezuela as well, is because they have the rations and shit. And they all were like worshiping Barbarossa and the party and stuff, and it's just it was very socialist. It was a very Parthivia was a socialist nation from what I saw. They had elections, but they were socialist, and that's what I feel like Parthivia is. Parthivia is the same way. In this when SINBAD or not SINBAD when we saw Barbarossa in SINBAD Nabokin, and SINBAD now, I think SINBAD has taken it to more of an I don't know, I would say an authoritarian approach. It hasn't reached that yet. Like, it's kind of hard to say because like people still have, like, he manipulates people to do his bidding when it's convenient for him. So, like, it's kind of hard to say if it's like an authoritarian thing or what. Like, I want to know, especially political nerdigans, I want to know. And we'll talk about this on Saturday as well. We wrote, you said, could you wait a moment? I have to finish some work. Uncle Sinbad, you once told us in Balbad that we should choose the best path we were able to come up with on our own. Aladdin, and you took that right from everyone? Calm down, Aladdin. Calm down. Stop joking with me. Yeah, I am like, that is me. That is me with this election. Like, especially with you Trump otakus. You Trump otakus give me shit. Every time I try and give a legitimate argument, I get shit from them. Like, they just don't like a legitimate argument, a legitimate debate. I'm not manipulating everyone's minds. Everyone is living and thinking freely. Then why is everyone suddenly following you? That's because I put a shared hope in everyone's hearts. A shared hope? This is where I'm going to compare Sinbad. I hate that I'm doing this to both this way, but I'm going to do it. To Orange Senpai and to Obama. Because I'm talking about the 2008 campaign. Because remember, they had the slogan and everyone voted based off of emotions. This is what I'm talking about. Remember hope and change. Yes, listen well, you two. Every single person lives by being guided by some kind of hope. Yeah, and this is probably in Barbarossa's fucking political writings. I can't wait to find out what's in those political writings. But that's probably one of them. God damn it, the mangaka is smart. Love how everything's tying in. That's why you need to read Sinbad Aboken. Just like a family is guided by the head of the household or the people by the king, there isn't anything unnatural about that, is there? Wait a minute. Is that Yunnan? Oh, no, that's not Yunnan. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. That better not be Yunnan there or I will be mad. Because that would mean Yunnan is brainwashed, and I do not want Yunnan to be brainwashed. But when that guiding light is dispersed, people lose their way. Okay, Sinbad, now you're sounding like a liberal. You're sounding like a liberal? Fuck, you're sounding like, oh my god. Like a Stalin, like a Putin, like a Hitler, like that kind of thing. And in a way, you kind of sound like this, an Obama too. But like right here, this really is making me, in a way, like Orange Senpai as well, too. But shit, like this panel right here in particular really is making me think of the Orange Senpai and the Trump Otakus. For that reason, I gave them a single hope. This panel is totally Trump and the Otakus. Because those Otakus worship him. They worship him. And it's nice that we get to see the rest of the alliances that we've met in Sinbad Nabokin as well. In other words, you made everyone in the world believe that you are the unique, absolute, and rightful king, right? Yeah, Orange Senpai, you made everyone believe that you are the unique, absolute, and rightful king, right? Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're not talking about politics. We're talking about the manga. Aladdin, I will never accept such a thing. Damn straight, Aladdin, I am with you. Aladdin, I did the same thing as King Solomon. Oh, here we go. This is like Orange Senpai using the Reagan. This is like Obama trying to use like the Clinton and the Bush and blaming everything on Bush. Or no, this is like Obama trying to blame everything on Bush. This is just bullshit. This is from Barbarossa's writings. This is flat out from Barbarossa's writings because he blamed everyone but the kingdom itself. God damn it. King Solomon covered the Rukh with his own will and spread it throughout the world. It's the same, isn't it? Those who oppose King Solomon's will that it is right to live with hope and face the future were removed under the pretext of falling into depravity. But they did that of their own free will, Sinbad. They did that of their, like, a good chunk of them did that of their own free will. The other people that did it was because of your fucking boss, or not your fucking boss, your fucking Magi, David, and your partner in crime, Arba. So you're full of shit, Sinbad. You are being a fucking hypocrite right now. That is a bullshit political argument. Don't you think that was quite a cruel world? Do you support such an unreasonable world? God, I can totally see where he's getting the Barbarossa influence from. I really can. I really can. Sinbad, you are becoming the person you freaking hate. You really are. You really are becoming Barbarossa. King Solomon left the definition of hope to every single person out there. However, I have reduced the strife and rejection among people by creating a common ground for their hearts. As a result, there's no need for economic strife between Ku and Reem anymore. What do you have to say about that? That you manipulated, that you took their free will away, and they were actually doing just fine? It's true that Kogyoku and Titus are now progressive toward the same objective. Alibaba, you had them going towards the same objective. You guys had them becoming thriving economies. This is a load of crap. Oh my God, Alibaba, you better be siding with Aladdin on this. Aladdin, are you going to throw this world into chaos once again after it has finally achieved peace? No, this is sounding like Brexit. It really is. This is sounding like Sinbad, you are sounding like the European Commission right now. You really are. You're making the European Commission argument. And like Aladdin is representing Britain. Fuck you, Sinbad. You know what? Sinbad, your argument is the European Commission argument. It really is. Fuck you. And by the way, fuck you, EU. Piece of shit. I came here after seeing people choose to fight against something they had decided of their own free will. I cannot agree with your reasons. Thank you. Isn't that just your own personal point of view? Aladdin, stop this nonsense and free us from Almatoran. What? What? Sinbad! Two wrongs don't make a right, but two rights make a left. You will probably go to the Sacred Palace and overwrite the Rukh once more, but that will be nothing more than overwriting the Rukh with your own personal will. How is that different from what I did? Because if he erases the personal erases your Rukh to the Rukh it was supposed to, the Rukh that it originally was, or fuck, if Aladdin erases the Rukh and gives everybody a clean slate, which I think that's what he wants to do, then people can make up their own fucking minds, you stupid fuck. But I understand that this, you know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. I understand where he's coming from, because something that I've noticed a lot of is, and I gotta say this, Americans are fucking, as an American, I will say it, Americans are fucking stupid. But the thing is that, Americans are sheeple. We're really sheeple. Like, if you're not, Americans don't do their due diligence anymore. And that's what I feel like is going on here with the symbolization of the Rukh. Is it feels like what Sinbad is like, kind of like, in a way, you know, controlling if you want to go this route, controlling the media. He's controlling the media, and he's thinking Aladdin's gonna, by putting his Rukh on there, he's taking control of the media. So Sinbad, I know you're the liberal mainstream media, or actually, fuck it. You know what? You're both the liberal mainstream media and both, to an extent, the Trump media. I'm calling you out, Trump Art and Trump Report. To an extent, Fox News. I'm calling you guys out too, because like the media, the mainstream media is just not a majority of them. Hashtag not all are not unbiased, and it's frustrating. And that's what Sinbad overriding the Rukh. That's what that represents to me. I don't know if you nerdigans agree with me on that or not, but yeah. No, the fact that the Magi of a destroyed world like you wants to push his views on us, isn't that what you called arrogance? That's... Aladdin, Sinbad, what do you think about this, Alibaba? What do you think is right? Give us your opinion. Me? A difference in opinions, a confrontation between Aladdin and Sinbad. Don't miss the Alibaba-esque answer in the next issue. Okay, so I'm going to try not to make this video any longer than it is. First of all, we need a Magi Q&A. We need it. We need to get one. So nerdigans, it's all up to you to get this Magi Q&A. I'm not going to do anything about it. It's all up to you. But here's the thing. And yes, you guys got to donate to the Patreon. Yes, you do. If you want, and comment. And you know, subscribe and share the stream. But anyway, share the video. But anyway, what I'm thinking is that, again, as I mentioned, Barbarossa's writings definitely played an influence here. Because I mentioned, like, earlier on in this video, I know I'm repeating myself, but I have to emphasize this, that at the end of Sinbad No Boken last week, the final panel was of Sinbad reading Barbarossa's political writings. And to me, what this chapter did, what Shinobu did was really freaking smart, and I love it, and I love when writers do this, is that he incorporated what he did at the end of Sinbad No Boken, and he like showed the results of it, especially like to the extreme in this week's Magi and Labyrinth of Magic. So I gotta give major props to Shinobu for that. That was really, really good. So the thing is Sinbad, you are definitely becoming Barbarossa. You just fucking are. I swear to God, I feel like I'm Aladdin. I do. I really do. But I think Alibaba's obviously gonna side with Aladdin, because Sinbad, I don't think Sinbad realizes. I think Sinbad doesn't know unless he figured it out. But I don't think he knows that, and this is why he's asking Alibaba. I don't think he knows that he can't manipulate Alibaba's Rukh, because he is Aladdin's king vessel. So, yeah, Sinbad, you can't manipulate Alibaba's Rukh. He has a free mind. He can think. He has free will. He can use it. But the thing is that the other thing that and the reason why I think Alibaba's going to side with Aladdin is that Alibaba is very logical when it comes to things. He'll do what he believes is right. And Sinbad, like what Sinbad is doing is exactly what socialism and communism does. It's exactly what that shit does. It doesn't fucking work, Sinbad, unless you brainwash them, apparently. But I want to know what you nerdigans think about it. I really, really love this chapter. This chapter was great. And I really feel I am totally on Aladdin. I swear to God, what Aladdin's been saying this entire chapter has been me this freaking election cycle. That's been me this whole election cycle, is what Aladdin said. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Aladdin wants to push his view on the Rukh, or are you with me where he wants to just? Because I think there's dark Rukh in there. I think Sinbad is bluffing. SINBAD's trying to bluff, and that's a political move or political technique he picked up from Barbarossa's readings, where because he knows, because Magi David's up there, has put Dark Rukh in the flow, and he knows if Aladdin goes up there to erase it, then it'll be gone. So I'm curious what you nerdigans think about that. Please let me know, and let me know when, and give me like a time frame for the Magi live Q&A, because we need to do this. This needs to happen. Anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. And if you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a couple ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. Patreon or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. Both links are in the description box below. And make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter, and Twitch, and friend me on PlayStation Network. And until next time, my fellow Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!